Lucia. Help! Help! SOS! SOS! Mayday! Mayday! The St. Lucia, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with a good old captain named Sir John Compton. For years, sailed smooth and free. But sadly, Sir John Compton passed away. His team lost election that day, and the mantle passed over to Kenny and Team Labour. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I say that ball. If you hear him, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, Captain, seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. We don't know. The St. Lucia, oh, she was a beauty, with feet years that few surpassed. And in her day, she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully, she fulfilled her sailors' needs, but labor was overpowered by greed, and so they pilfered slow, causing scandal and row. Now things look dull. She's at a lull. She could barely sit on a hull. Half we balling. Captain, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. I say no. I say no. Captain, you tell me what to do. The St. Lucia, in her day of sailing, she was a friend, a true friend to one and all. And in her day, she sailed majestically. No government doing bubble. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now she don't have money. We have to beg Joffrey. Labor boys don't share, none of them care. We must vote them out, I declare. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. We don't know.
Welcome to the Caribbean American News Media Show, your premier destination for in-depth coverage, engaging discussions, and entertaining segments showcasing the rich tapestry of Caribbean American culture. Join us as we explore a wide range of topics, from current events and community spotlights to arts, music, cuisine, and more. Our show features exclusive interviews with influencers, artists, community leaders, and everyday heroes who are making a difference in the Caribbean American community. Stay informed and inspired with our thought-provoking segments that highlight the diversity, resilience, and creativity within our community. Tune into the Caribbean American News Media Show for a captivating blend of news, entertainment, and storytelling that celebrates the Caribbean American experience. Get ready to discover new perspectives, celebrate successes, and connect with the heartbeat of the Caribbean American community. Don't miss a moment of the action. Stay tuned to Caribbean American News Media Show for an immersive viewing experience like no other. Hashtag Caribbean American News, hashtag show, hashtag cultural celebration. Welcome to the Caribbean American News Media Show.
Discover the perfect platform to reach the vibrant Caribbean American community. Advertise with Caribbean American News Media. Our engaging platform connects you directly with a diverse audience interested in your products and services. Whether you're looking to promote your business, event, or services, our platform offers the ideal opportunity to showcase your brand to a receptive and engaged audience. Contact us now to learn more about our advertising options and start reaching your target market today. Hashtag Caribbean American, hashtag advertising success, hashtag connect with your audience. Discover the perfect...
All right, a special good night to all of you here on Caribbean American News Media Platform. Folks, how was your day? How was your day? We are here, and it is, let me see the time, it is 8:07 p.m., and you are in tune to Caribbean American News Media Platform with your host, yes, my friends, Garfield Oliver here with you, and we're happy to have you, my friends, on this platform. Please share the live as you join us, folks. It's going to be a I cannot promise you how the night is going to turn, but all I can say to you, friends, share the live, tag a friend. We are on tonight with our news in the news segment, where we will discuss events that happened throughout the day. And we know that we are loaded. Now, we don't have our regular number for tonight. That should be back tomorrow. So you can call in at 347-623-9183. For those of you living in the United States and Canada, you can call directly at 347-623-9183. If you are calling from the Eastern Caribbean or any territory that you will be charged, please call us on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp again is 347-623-9183. Folks, how was your weekend? How is things going with you? Sakafet, how is Kumanye Tubagay all right? I know it is raining there in St. Lucia. We tutsema I just washed out one time. So power recall, the rain is good for you. Maybe you need to get your barrels and start get in your water. Cleo, Sakafet, Lotamokokiro. And yes, Joanne and Mary and Arnold, Jaden, Claret. Boy, I can't call the names. Earl Lewis. Everybody is on tonight. Dr. Fletcher, my friend Norens is already in there. We have Nicholas John. Greetings to you. Mary Shalmind. Haynes, how are you? Mora, greetings. Melissa, Sakafet, Mary. Greetings to you, Gregory Charles. Greetings, Ian, James. How are you? How are you, Veronica, and all those who are logging in over there on our YouTube channel? Yes, I see our friend Clive from Grenada. He's locked in. Gloriana, and we have someone who signed in as a rental agent. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I want you to share the live as you log in to the set. Okay, we're going to get right down to brass tacks. We're going to get down to work, folks. And let me just give you an idea of how the night might turn out. There's the house today. I think that there was someone there who was running out of breath. Nukai Pale about sir. We also we will dissect the whole sitting today. Some of the comments that were made, both by those under the blog and those in the chambers, in the well of the chambers. We're going to discuss tonight. We're going to look at CIP. We're going to look at just a number of stuff, and we also have the gazetted document from the government that was backdated. We're going to look into those developments, and it's going to be a night. Might want you to put on your seatbelt, brace yourself for an excitement of a discussion and information and a whole set of calls, I believe, tonight on the different stuff that are happening in the nation. All right, and so let's just do our housekeeping. At this moment, we want to say a special congratulations to Sam Jukba Bois Flood on his retirement. On behalf of Caribbean American News family here, we wish you all the best, sir. We continue to pray that God will give you long life and good health, and that he continue to pass his healing hands upon you. So, Mr. Flood, to you, congratulations on your retirement. Enjoy it to the fullest, and may God continue to watch over you, and may he heal you and keep you in his wonderful care. That is from us here at Caribbean American News Media Platform. We also have Jojo. Yes, this is she is a winner, a champion. And so we, as Caribbean American News Media Platform, we celebrate with Miss Alfred on her many victories on behalf of herself and on the nation. And what can I say, young lady? You go, the sky is the limit, and you have the support of your nation. Right now there is nobody who is nobody who is salty against you. Everybody is in support of your achievement, and one encouragement that I have for this young lady is to stay away from politicians who are trying to use you as a political tool. Stay far away from them, and you're a young person. Don't allow any one of them to spoil your future or to, bring you into their roro. Pumbunsa Creole tout kalte no. Because of severe neglect. Just stay away from them. You go, smile. They come around you, smile. Take a picture with them. Put your best fake smile on for them when you see them. Just for them. Give them your fake smiles, and just change your face as soon as you're finished, because say books are you're not genuine as far as we're concerned. They just want to take your shine, to stand in your shine, to block your light, and to boast that they give you this and they give you that, and they're the only government who give you, and this one don't give you. Betis Samukado, nuka flush bagay sa because of bon. My mom can flush it. Yeah, man. Just don't let them come in your way. You keep achieving, keep focus, get some education in your head, do what you have to do. But my advice also to you is, as a young person, fear God and give glory to him. In him you move and have your being. All right? Parfois, say, vieux politician la come in your way and try to mess up your future. C'est ça you've fait. They want to take your shine. They want to shine in your path. No. A matter of fact, Jojo, do me a favor. Do me a favor, young lady. If they want to enjoy your shine, challenge them to a run. Yes, I said it. Challenge them. Challenge them we do. Tell them, let's go for a run, early morning run. Yeah, man, and if they can endure, then they can take some shine. Tout se negla ek go boudin yo, ek saki pani boudin, me yo pani breath, they have no breath. You know, a lot of them, they're just talking and they get tired, they're running out of breath. They're huffing and puffing. Yes, you see them, Jojo. So don't let them come in your way. Take them for a run. Yeah, man, tell them, come. You want to shine? Come, let's run, oh.
Mwen pas ap wè maji beti sa. Mwen pas ap wè maji beti sa.
Wise me. Make them run. You want shine? Run for the shine. Jojo, don't let them play you. You play them. Yes. Let them run. Yeah, man. Come. Wake up. Let's go. Anyway, friends, that's sidebar for our politicians, Vivier Negla. So, Samuel Sadi. Anyway, I want to remind you now, remember, we're preparing to get into our program and we're doing all our house cleaning, our house business now. So, September the 22nd is a date that you cannot miss. I'm going to say it again. Miss it, ek blame ko. Don't miss September the 22nd. Candidates will be launched. Not all. Pamba him would do. Yokai these are yonde candidates. Yokai tan no yo, yokai where yo, ek celebration time. Where? So the guy, the Flabo not ready. Oh, if they call election now, they're not ready. They're not ready. How can they be ready? How can they come and tell you guys all of the candidates yesterday? When, brethren, people, it's unprecedented. People are in line to run. People want to run. People are eager. Young people and women are eager to get those VNEGs out of the way. By the way, not only that they are VNEGs, they have no ideas. They are angry. They're dripping with bitterness and resentment and bigotry and racism. They have run out of ideas. So we have a whole line of people wanting to run on the United Workers' Party side. Guess what? I can tell you that the future is bright on the United Workers' Party side. The future is bright for St. Lucia. You know why? Because young people are coming forward to lead their country. Young people. And I'm happy that these young people are retiring some of those UWP who believe they own the party and they own the country. And the country can't go forward without them. Yes, I am proud of a generation that is coming forward. They have VNEGs on both sides, you know. Yes, it's the truth. There are VNEG on both sides. But I am happy that we have a group of young people that have come forward to lead their country. Brave young people, young women and men. Utan Samwakadi. So, Flabos, be happy. Be happy. The future is bright. The future has always been bright, but I am even more happy, as I said, because Yonse Vie. So, give me a minute. It's too early for me to miss talking. Yeah, it is too early, oh. So let's take our time. So I was saying, folks, that we have a crop of politicians, it seems, on the United Workers' Party side that are willing to challenge them VNEGs. And there are those who are so excited with the idea of taking Buddy out of his misery, sending him to sit somewhere and shut his mouth and get some breath while he's at it, because every time he opens his mouth, he runs out of breath. Anger. want to fight them. Ugh. Yes, we have young people who are on your trail, buddy. And guess what, buddy? It's not the regular old politicians who run out of ideas to on the UWP side. You know, these are fresh people, man. They understand the issues. They study the issues, you know. And so them fellas decide, look, I coming in now, and I'm proud of the Flabo. I'm proud of the United Workers' Party. When you guys said that they're dead and they're finished, you're fini, Flabo fini, nobody want to come in the Flabo, nobody. And even the Flabos who step aside or was put aside in the interest of the movement, kudos. Right now, new breath, new blood, new leadership, new vision, a new mission. And them fellas coming. Matter of fact, when they tell you they coming, they already come. Them young people coming for Mr. Comer. Yes, bear. Brace yourself. Swinko. Yes. You have any? Yes. Anyway, let's go back to the 22nd. If you love your party, friends, nobody have to pay you, beg you to come down there to the boulevard, you know. You're going to come down to the people's house all by yourself. Whether you get transportation or not, if you're excited about what is going to happen, Ula! It is, yes, man. You will be there on the 22nd at 5 o'clock. If I were you all, I go in there from 3 o'clock. I ain't missing nothing. Front stage. Yes, man. As soon as they launch the first name, Muela, and I celebrate, and I clap. Yes, be there or be nowhere. Could this muna? Say fini? Well, there is hope, folks. There is hope. Just bear some patience. Hope. So on the 22nd, you can't afford to miss it.
So I'm here this afternoon at the Darren Sammy Stadium, Thursday afternoon.
Okay, for some reason, I go and I touch the wrong thing, but it come now.
Everybody ready? All on Everybody ready? All on
Yeah, man, I want the train to come. Let me go back on the train, man. It come, swing out, train like Avini.
All on
Hey, Miss Plant, Naima from Denry. Yes, over on Facebook. You got to be there, you know. September 22nd, Naima, from 3 o'clock, Odibukite Denry in the boulevard. Yes, man, you got to be there. Now, we have more. We have more. All right?
Absolument. Oui, maman.
Après Machia, est-ce qu'il y a déjà changé? Pour dire la vérité, bagay vini plus mauvais. La vie en cette ici, c'est qu'un bateau qui prie un sable, il passe à sortir. Tellement crime. Chaque fois que je parle de crime, je me fait mal. Puis commission, oh papa, mettez la main. Ou ka tan di moun ka pedi travay yo, pou raison politique. Et puis pour raison ou pa kay jamais sav. Ou ka tan di parler corruption en gouvernement. Est-ce que nous n'y a moun ka conduit pays? Aussi mande ko, kote nous ka aller en pays cette ici. Nous ni pour venir ensemble. Nous ni pour du bout ensemble. Nous ni pour aider ensemble pour sauver Saint-Lucie. Pas pour nous, mais pour les enfants qui ka vini et puis pour les enfants qui ka vini après yo. Nous méritons primaire. Nous sommes une nation qui a produit moun comme Rick Walcott et puis ça a Louis. Et puis actuellement, nous ça bat l'estomac nous et puis dit nous ka chebe médaille là et puis d'argent olympique. Vini participer en mouvement pour sauver Saint-Lucie. Nous ka invité ou dimanche le 22 septembre en boulevard William Pita. Côté nous ka discuter affaires pays nous. Nous ka parler di bagay qui ka concerné ou. Nous ka parler di image et puis direction pays ni pour point. Nous ka parler di crime. Nous ka parler di corruption au gouvernement. Nous ka parler di scandale CIP. Nous ka parler di affaires pays. Nous ka parler di faiblesse lida pays. Et puis nous ka parler des affaires qui pays a vendre pour rien. Vini combler et puis même United Workers Party. Côté yo kay présenter candidat neuf qui kay préparer chimère pour yo sa assise en gouvernement encore pour vier mettre pays en bonne direction pour nous toutes. Nous kay ni entertainment local. Vini à Miseko. Reste écouté pour plus d'informations.
Mama descend pa we, chante, bagay ka vini mauvais.
Well, Flabo, St. Lucian's Briscoe, just Briscoe, because the rescue team is in place. Bueno, se mulagani, oh, if the election is called tomorrow, Flabo poko pawe, yo poko pawe. Zope.
Everybody ready? All on
Let me tell you something. You Labour people, I know you're there. I'm happy you're there because tonight is promo night for the 22nd. We are actually showing you guys the way to do it. One, you don't use CIP money and pay anyone. Nobody gets no step program or no little 200, 500 and a little t-shirt to go down. If the people understand the issues, and I'll show some of you some of the issues tonight. And if you, as St. Lucians, follow the House sitting today, that is enough reason for you to go out on the 22nd. Go out on the 22nd. There is enough. We, throughout the past few years that we have been presenting here to you, we have given you enough. What else do you want? Yes, things can get worse, but it's bad. What else do you want? Go at the gas station and tell me. Go at the supermarket, you tell me. Go on your roads, tell me. Go at the passport office, you tell me. Look at the house sitting, you tell me. CIP, you tell me. Yeah? You're still not convinced that you got to stand up and show manpower. It is time for all the talk to stop. No more talking. No more talking. And don't hide behind Caribbean American News or hide behind Facebook Live, other people's live, and you put in little likes and everything. Go out. Here's your turn to go out. Go out. Where? Go out. You love your country? Go out. You love your party? Go out. Ain't hiding behind no fake profile or any. You're not hiding behind me or anybody else. Go out. You ain't hiding behind Sky FM. Go out. Show your face. And by the way, go at St. Jude's. Go over there at St. Jude's. If you're not convinced as yet, go and try to get a bed and a blanket and some medication. Go. Go in Castries. At the Millennium Heights. Go. You go. Just go. Go and try. Go.
Everybody ready? All on board!
You still not convinced? Wait a minute. I thought you were convinced already. Wait a minute. You still ain't got your shoe ready? Your frock ain't ready yet? Your dress, your pants, your jeans, you pokobawe? You still pokobawe? You still trying to figure out, should I go? Should I not go? Shall I stay rouge? Shall I stay white? Every day. You still...
All on board!
What are you waiting for? Let me tell you something. If you're going, don't go alone. Hello. Don't go alone. Take your nenen, your neighbor, your cousin. Take everybody, everything. Go. Take the labor with you. Take the neighbor, take everybody. Give people a ride. Yes, man. Don't leave anybody down, man. If you have a bus, don't look for no money, man. Fill the bus up and go out. Still can't buy gas anyway, so you might as well just fill the bus up and go out. Wise me, my man. Anyway, let's get down to some more stuff. Let's get down to some some stuff. So let's go over to brother. Let's hold a minute, folks. I want you to let's go over to brother James Stanislas for the moment. All right, Reverend, this bear, we're building up the live, man. We're building up the live. We're trying to convince you that you got to use your brain and think. You got to reason for yourself. And if you did your reasoning and you say, look, I'm going to treat this thing like elections is on Sunday. I going out in grand style. I'm going out with a smile. I am going down the road. The boulevard is the place. That's why I'm going on the 22nd. That's what you should be saying to yourself, your neighbor, and everybody as you travel on the bus. Tell them September the 22nd. Tell everybody, your neighbor, your boss, everybody, September 22nd. Go to the hospital and tell the patients, get well and come. Come, let me go down. Yes, 22nd is the date. Yes. Yes, man. I'm James Stanislas.
The people of St. Lucia are facing unprecedented economic challenges, with many families struggling to provide 3 nutritious meals a day. The recent commencement of the school year added further financial strain as parents grappled with the cost of sending their children back to school. Given the soaring cost of living, a comatose economy, and limited prospects of meaningful employment, sleepless nights have become commonplace for many households who worry about making ends meet. This dire economic context has fueled public outrage regarding the alleged mismanagement of the proceeds from the sale of St. Lucia's passports through the Citizen by Investment Program, CIP. The discontent among St. Lucians is palpable, with widespread allegations of fraud, money laundering, corruption, kickbacks, and bribes involving influential officials and their associates. Many are questioning whether the government and CIP officials have managed the sale of St. Lucian citizenship effectively, lawfully, and ethically. Could these proceeds have instead been utilized to support struggling families? The lack of transparency surrounding the sale of passports and the government's seeming unwillingness to disclose the truth has further fueled this public anger. Many citizens are aware that passports are allegedly being sold below the statutory price, yet the officials' denials and secrecy persist. The sentiment is growing that the actions of those in power are worsening the plight of the underprivileged while enhancing the wealth of the already affluent. One pertinent example in this unfolding crisis is the law firm Polaris, which has been approved by the government to process CIP passport applications. Reports suggest that Polaris has a close relationship with CIP-approved developer Caribbean Galaxy, the Chinese company involved in the sale of St. Lucia's passports. The processing fee for each application processed by a law firm is US $3,000, equivalent to EC $8,142 per passport application. On September 2nd of this year, Polaris informed the CIP unit in St. Lucia that it processed approximately 500 applications within the last 2 months alone. From this, it can be inferred that Polaris generated approximately EC $4 million in revenue in just 2 months from passport sales. This begs the question, if Polaris alone processed 500 applications in 2 months, how many passports were handled by other law firms involved in the CIP? And what income did they generate? This situation raises critical questions regarding accountability. What portion of the proceeds from these passport sales actually reaches the government, and by extension, the people, particularly families struggling to make ends meet? Does this practice reflect fairness? And are the benefits being equitably distributed within the community? It appears that the CIP may be perpetuating a cycle where the wealthy continue to prosper while the impoverished are fed only crumbs, misleading information, half-truths, lies, and no explanation at all. For further illustration, the following are factual details of 3 of the recent 500 applicants for St. Lucia's citizenship processed by Polaris through the CIP. 1. The sales agent is Blumina. It's a company in the Middle East with offices in Baghdad, Qatar, Amman, Palestine, Egypt, Dubai, etc. The applicant's name, now I can't pronounce them very well, so I will also spell it. Munaf Hashim Zidan Al-Jadwi. Applicant's name again, Munaf Hashim Zaidan Al-Jadwi. Reference number 18B 1E 11372P. That's one of the applicants that was processed. Example number 2. Sales agent Guide Consultants out of the United Arab Emirates, again in the Middle East. The applicant's name, Badr Mabkot Saleh Al-Khulafi. Again, I cannot pronounce it properly. The name is spelled B-A-D-R. The next name is spelled M-A-B-K-H-O-T. The next name is spelled S-A-L-E-H-A-L-K-H-U-L-A-I-F-I. Badr Madkot Saleh Al-Khulafi. Reference number 18B1E11356P. And the third one I'll give to you today, the sales agent is called CERC Partners in Nigeria. The applicant's name is James Abiodun Falike. James Abiodun Falike. Reference number 18B1E11317P. I wonder how many of these 500 applicants paid the statutory price for these passports. It is unbelievable that the law firms get their fee of $8,142 upfront with the application, regardless if the passport is sold below the statutory price or not. Can you believe that over $8 million was made by one law firm in 2 months? While our government expects St. Lucians to celebrate a minimum wage of $52 a day, this is unconscionable. As we, the people of St. Lucia, grapple with the harsh realities of our economic situation, the concerns surrounding the mismanagement of the CIP proceeds resonate deeply. It is incumbent upon the government and affiliated officials to promote transparency and accountability in their dealings. The public deserves to know the truth regarding the sale of our citizenship, the allocation of our funds, and the actual beneficiaries of the program. In the face of growing unrest and concern, it is vital that the government takes immediate steps to address these pressing issues, ensuring that the program serves the interests of all St. Lucians rather than just a select few. Only through honest dialogue and citizens' engagement can trust be restored and meaningful change. The people of St. Lucia are facing unprecedented economic challenges, with many families struggling to provide 3 nutritious meals a day. The recent commencement of the school year added further financial strain as parents grappled with the cost of sending their children back to school.
So, folks, there you have it. There you have it. And that was James Stanislaus nicely put together. Let me say this to you folks. Don't allow your governments or your government to tell you that nothing to see here, there's nothing to see here, all is well with the CIP. Folks, that's a lie. All is not well with your CIP. And by the way, I'm going to stop using the word CIP. I'm going to tell you the sales of your passport. The sales of your passport. Now, the possibility is there. If we don't curve or cap this whole selling of passport thing, I'm going to tell you frankly how St. Lucia is going to look in the future. One day you might wake up and realize that one part of St. Lucia is Chinese St. Lucians, and another part is Russian St. Lucians, and another part is from the Far East St. Lucians. When you check the House of Assembly, you will start seeing St. Lucian Chinese St. Lucian, Russians, and the list goes on and on. You're concerned about Mr. Chasney's color now? You continue on the path that you're going. Very soon, the St. Lucians will end up on the Dennery Islet because there'll be no room on the mainland. They will have to go either to Rat Island or on the Dennery Islet in order to get residency, because I'm telling you, if we don't curb this nastiness that is taking place, all fall down. If y'all don't want to watch y'all brothers up to yours, I feel Zokila, because I ain't sleeping on no islet except it's a private island. I ain't sleeping on no Dennery Island with goats, cabwit, egmuto. No, friends. So it's up to you if you don't understand. But something is wrong. Don't let them fellas fool you. And listen to the response, right? Just hold your horse. Listen to the response. Listen to the response from your prime minister. Well, I don't know if Trump will be my president soon, but your prime minister said this to you, the citizens of the country. And at the end, when I play this, I'm going to ask you, what are you planning to do about this buddy guy who is making such a statement to you, the citizens of the country, concerning the selling and underselling of your patrimony? Listen to Mr. Buddy.
56,000 passports, and you multiply it by, how much you multiply it by? 2.1 billion dollars. Come on. Anyhow, this is because I promise on this thing, my position remains clear. There's a matter in court, let the court decide. My position remains clear. And you can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can cause anybody to write whatever you want. My position remains clear. There is a court matter, let the court decide on the matter. So, Mr. Speaker, 56,000 passports, and you multiply it by, how much you multiply it by? 2.1 billion dollars. Come on. Anyhow, Mr. Speaker, I promise on this thing, my position remains clear. There's a matter in court, let the court decide. My position remains clear. And you can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can cause anybody to write whatever you want. My position remains clear. There is a court matter. Let the court decide.
Well, you better put the Majibetis, because the Prime Minister just said to you, the citizens of St. Lucia, I ain't telling y'all nothing. I don't care what you all say. I don't care what you all do. Mamelek just had it sazovely. Pas tout shanky happy night the mash. Ma di rien about CIP. Ma parle about li. Ma di rien about li. Vez affaires zo. Ma ni rien ka di ako. C'est ça, Prime Minister just do himself. Wise me, huh? I didn't say it. Okay, so some of you didn't hear it. I know some of you didn't hear it, you know. But let me make you hear it again.
56,000 passports, and you multiply it by, how much you multiply it by? 2.1 billion dollars. Come on. Anyhow, this is because I promise on this thing, my position remains clear.
Now you listen what the Prime Minister called it, this thing. Now in opposition, it was the patrimony of the people. Today he's in power, it is this thing. I hope you St. Lucians are paying attention to what I'm saying to you. This is your government. Your government, speaking to you, the citizens. He said this thing. I thought that your patrimony was something sacred, something special, something that means a lot to you. Not really sentimental values, This thing have real value. It's your passport. And it's being undersold. And if you think that this brother have insulted you enough, just in this one clip, in this one clip, the minister is saying to you guys, mind your business. The prime minister. That thing, the CIP, the passport, it's a thing. No wonder the office for the thing is kicking people out. Senior men being pushed out in the rain because it's a thing for the prime minister. And he moved you from one bad office to another bad one, where you got to stand outside to get the thing, because he told you that he ain't talking to you guys anymore about the thing. So if you don't understand that you need to go out there on the 22nd and show him that you care about the thing, Crapper will smoke your thing. Anyway, watch this. Listen again.
There's a matter in court. Let the court decide. My position remains clear. And you can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can cause anybody to write whatever you want. My position remains clear. There is a court matter. Let the court decide on the matter. So, Mr. Speaker.
But guess what, folks? The thing is in court. But the thing, the sales of the passport, there are laws that governs the thing. That's in the court in the U.S. Not in St. Lucia, in the U.S. The CIP, the passport thing office, was not sued. It is a bad actor a so-called bad actor is the head of the CIP, was sued as an individual. So I don't know why the prime minister can't talk about the thing. I want to slow it down. So I don't see any reason why the prime minister cannot speak about the thing, because as far as I'm concerned, it is a brother who is the head, Emmanuel, of the unit, the thing, that is in court in the U.S. for the thing. Up to this day, we cannot get a report about the thing. Well, I heard the prime minister said, well, the thing report is ready, but the minister of the thing is not in the country. But here is what took place about your thing, according to the prime minister. I'll show you something. Now, I might have to blow this up. Just give me a minute. Let me position it so that you can see this whole thing. And we will take it as it come, all right? The thing. Okay. So here we go. This is what happened last week about the thing. All right? That is the sales of your passport. Now, this is the same prime minister who said that the thing, I'm not talking about the thing, it's in court. And the minister is not there with the report. But here is something out of the government of St. Lucia being gazetted. This is something, some of you in St. Lucia for years, you don't know what the Gazette is and what this document is when they publish these documents. So documents are pour moun sav sa ki ka fet. Lani yon de loi ki ka fe se politicians la. Yo, ça c'est mandatory. You pass a get away from bagay sa. You need to publish bagay la. You need to publish notice la. Pour moun sav sa ki ka fet. Ça c'est a loi. All right? Now, this thing here was supposed to have been published in January. Now, let me bring the camera back to me. Now, remember the fellow said everything is fine. I don't know of any abnormality or whatever you call it. Bagay ki pa ale straight. No bagay ki kroshi la pani ki ka ale kroshi. Adi da fingla / passport sales. You got van passports, huh? Ek you got create thing. So January, they went into deals with Galaxy and to do housing. January pass, not gazetted. February pass, not gazetted. March, April, May, June, July, August. Now we're in September. They met. It's not like they were on vacation and they did not have the opportunity because there was a big storm in the country and they blew up the printery and they blew up everything, and so the government, we could not have published the documents as required. Here is the government sneaking into the Gazette of St. Lucia. Something that should have already been out there in the public domain. And this is the same thing I'm talking about. The CIP, passport sales document agreement with Galaxy for another project, housing project in the country. So in other words, your government now is backdating something that should have already been done months ago, but they say to you nothing is going on. We did. I mean, we everything is up to par, and there's nothing to be worried about. St. Lucia, it's all in Mr. Shastney head. He's cuckoo, he's he's not sleeping enough. Mr. Martinez is maybe drinking something stronger than usual. Could be gasoline fluid. Could be airline fluid. We don't know what Mr. Martinez is drinking. And that's what your Prime Minister and your government made the citizens to believe, that the cuckoo ones are those out here. And they don't love the country. They don't love their country. I mean, I love the country. That's why I call the passport the thing. I love the country so much that I'm not going to tell you guys nothing about the thing, because I am sheltered. I'm immune. It's in the courts. I'm immune. I don't have to tell you guys nothing, and I don't care what you all write. That's how much your Prime Minister loved the country. Little black boy. Hey. Anyway. Let's take this call. There's a call coming in. Let's take it now. Let's hope that we can get it on the system. Caribbean American News Media Platform. Caller, you're on the air.
In a while.
Not bad at all, sir. How are you? A long time.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Talk to me.
Great job at the New York caucus meeting there.
Thank you.
That was a good job.
Nice meeting you too, sir, for the first time.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yes.
You as well. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, my brother.
Talk to me.
I'm lying there tired and I'm listening, and something hit me.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, present government are the facilitators of the crime?
Talk to me.
No.
Why would you say that?
That's a good question. But Gaffel, when something happens once, normally people say it's a mistake. It happened twice. You will still consider it, you're in between, It happens 3, 4, 5 times. It becomes a habit, my brother.
Yeah.
And I will tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Talk to me.
Brother Garfield, Philip J. Pierre doesn't have the backbone. And Philip J. Pierre himself is just as implicated as all those involved in that CIP scandal. Now, people may ask, why would I put Philip J. Pierre in this? How can Philip J. Pierre know everything that is happening in cabinet? My brother, 3.5 years ago, when I heard the cry from the Labour Party in opposition, it was Alan Shasney.
Yeah.
No matter who did it, it was Alan Shasney. So why today we want to make it look like Philip J. Pierre is immune to doing the wrong thing? Let's go to Marsha. Or I shouldn't say Marsha, but Castries East. Is it Castries East?
I believe so. Castries East.
Yeah. Where he represents. Should we blame someone else as well, Brother Gaffel? I guess we should.
Yeah.
Because if we think the man is immune, to being wrong or doing the wrong things, we should also, not blame him for the situation in his constituency as well.
That's right.
But Gaffel, you are old enough to recall that wherever Ernest Hiller goes, these things tend to follow him. And that's why when I first started, I said to you, someone do something once. You may say it's a mistake. St. Lucian, y'all are too hypocritical when it comes to certain people in your country. And I'll tell you why. My brother, I saw St. Lucian outraged over a land that don't even belong to them. A land that was in receivership.
That one is funny.
Think of that for a minute.
Yeah, that was funny.
Exactly. St. Lucians are being led like sheep. Because when you're telling me people can push your button to make a fool out of yourself for a land that belongs to the Bank of Nova Scotia in receivership. And they were trying, basically anybody in St. Lucia could have bought that land if they had the money, or maybe they could get the finance to buy that land.
Yeah.
Based on the way that land was in. So Cabot bought the land. However, there was a particular minister, which I will not mention that guy's name, because I believe that guy loved the spotlight too much. Okay? We all know who is the bravado.
Body.
This guy will go on his platform. And remember, the guy has resources too. He can basically buy a few drinks, bring it there, pay a guy to play some music, maybe even hire a boat to go to the Pitons. Do you remember the Pitons?
Oh, yeah, beautiful trip during COVID.
St. Lucian, Bob Marley told you all to emancipate yourself from that mental slavery. Stop allowing black people to keep you all in slavery. Because that's what you're doing to yourself. While you keep thinking it's the white man, the white man, the white man, it's your mind. It's how you don't want to think for yourself. That's what keeps you all in slavery. Why is it they never go after the owners of Dollarama? Why? The same guy, when he took a boat and put a few people on it, he even went in the face of a police officer, disrespect the police officer. We saw it on tape. right?
By the way, Buddy was
The
in the
land
house
over
today
by the
talking about
people.
manners and respect and decency. I
Come
was
on,
shocked
man,
out of my
brother,
pants, man.
Yourself, come on, I would never mention that.
What?
Man. I would never
Deputy,
I know.
you know, it's the level of hypocrisy of the people in this country that is causing what is happening in this country to happen.
Yeah.
Brother Garfield, we all know all the killings that are being done today is from our own sons and daughters.
Yep.
Maybe a few daughters, but mostly sons.
Yeah.
We all know that. How hypocritical can we be? You know, why is it we only want justice when it's in our case? And this lady, that young lady, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. My brother, you see, if I had put a penny in that lady for what she was going through, I would want it back.
Nah,
you know,
man.
because somebody cannot be so wicked. No, I will not do that. I'm just
I know.
saying that.
Okay.
I would never do that.
That's right. We wouldn't support that in it.
But to be so wicked, this woman should be spearheading a group of people who have lost their kids in those useless killings, my brother. Instead of this woman spearheading a group of people to challenge the government to do something about the crime that is happening in this country. You know what she's doing? She's in full support of what is happening in the country. People of St. Lucia, when are we going to wake up? When are we going to understand that the forces that we think that is working against us is we creating those forces?
Yeah.
Because, my brother, don't mind nobody, you know. The idols that we worship in St. Lucia, they become monsters, and we created them, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We created them, you know.
Well, the United Workers' Party made Buddy feel that he was king of the jungle, and now the king of the jungle have gone wild. UWPs,
Exactly.
we got to be careful when we create those king of the jungles.
Well, not every UWP, let's be honest. Not every UWP. Some UWP. Some. Brother, there is so many things happening in this country that we can point out that is plain hypocrisy. And you see the Prime Minister himself, I don't want nobody to come and tell me, oh, don't look at the man and say he's stammering. Philip Chepia is not stammering. Philip Chepia there is a language and a term that we use in St. Lucia. Philip Chepia is a VCS when it comes to the truth. So instead of telling you the truth, he stammers to tell you the truth.
So once you get to the truth,
that is the truth.
Once you got muddy, he can just depale.
He can stammer, exactly. You know, so he's so fearful of that truth. He instead of coming forth with that, listen, you probably have clips of Philip Chepia on political platform. The guy never stammers.
My God.
Because he's telling you everything he meant to say from his heart.
Listen to this one.
From his head, in his heart.
Listen to this one.
I heard this short fella. The sky is falling.
You see how clear he was?
Clear as daylight, my brother. Clear as daylight. We need to call this guy out. This guy is a fake, and he's making a mockery out of those people that actually have a disability and cannot speak properly. You know? And I believe, and you can mark it's recorded anyway. Philip Chepia was bullied in school, and today he become a leader. He believes he can bully people and do whatever he wants. You know? And he's been doing that for a long time, you know, not now. Because in the house with that lady, what was that? This lady used to be the, oh my goodness, the Speaker of the House. Forget her name for some reason, you know. And Philip Chepia was going on and on and on after the lady said anytime.
Yes, I know who.
Mr. Pierre, you have made your point. You have put the point across the room. Okay, we understand. That's how you feel. And he would go on because you know why he was doing that? He wanted to show his people how fearless he is, how strong he is. You know, guys like that, they don't belong anywhere near politics in our country. And for those who think people like Philip J. Pierre and some of the stupid guys, and I'm saying it, yes, stupid, because these guys are really stupid, to wanting to burn down their country. Literally, too, I will tell you that. Wanting to burn down their country just so they can remain in power or to go into power. You know, we don't need people in power. All we need is people to represent the interests of the country and the people of the country, Brother Dapil.
Yeah.
The power thing is for dictatorship, my brother.
Yep. That's right.
You know,
and that's what we see
don't
now.
want no rulers over our land, my brother.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing.
We want servants to be in charge of our institutions, not rulers. You know, and I want people in St. Lucia to understand that. While you guys, and I know we are a small nation of 170,000 thereabouts, while you're sit and you listen to the Prime Minister of St. Lucia point fingers at countries like Canada and cities like Toronto about the crime and how infested they are with crime, let me remind you all for a minute. Our island is not a quarter of the population of cities like Toronto. Just keep that in mind. For a year, Toronto may have 50 murders with over a population over 3 million. Think of that for a second. There is a reason why this guy never gives you the numbers when he has to, but he will give you Alan Shaftney numbers. For those listening in the back that never sit in the front of the class, and I'm talking to the Labour Party supporters, because they never sit in the front of the class.
They're in the front now.
Have Philip J. Pierre ever told you all when he's going to open this hospital, give you a specific date as to how much it really cost us from the 3 years he's been there, and all the monies he's been putting into that building? Have he told us how much it's costing us? But remember, Brother Garfield, in opposition, Philip J. Pierre really cared about our grandkids. He did. And I'll tell you why. He said to us, it would be our grandkids that would pay for all these debts that Alan was putting on the country. His so-called imaginary debt, which I don't know what he's talking about. You know, a man cannot be so disingenuous, my brother.
Yeah.
You know, Philip J. Pierre needs to be careful because he has to realize, hey, he's there, tomorrow he'll be gone.
That's
and
right.
This country of ours will always remain. And I'm saying this to the people in the back again. How many of y'all sent your kids to school when school opened? Or how many didn't send their kids to school when it opened? How many of you can actually take your kids on a vacation when you have to? If you can.
Yeah.
Remember, he's working for you, but he can go on vacation and you can't.
1 minute, boss. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really appreciate the call. Yes.
Good show.
Yes, and I didn't interrupt you. Thank you so much. I really didn't interrupt him. He's a good caller. But let's go back to the Gazette, and he's right. Let's just go back. So here's what I was trying to. Okay, so let's see. I think we have. Okay, good. All right, so that was an error. All right. Okay, so we have some developments that I would want to share with you. It might be some breaking news development. I'm getting on the wire here. We have a connection wire, folks. I will break that. Stay tuned to this broadcast. I'll break that at 9 8:30 at 9:30. We have some news that we'll want to drop concerning the RICO case with Claude Emmanuel. All right, so let's go to what I was saying to you earlier. So we were discussing the whole Philip J. Perry don't want to say anything, and there are laws in the country concerning the passport. And here's what he did. Mr. Slickman. This brother gazetted, and let's just read it, folks. Mr. Gadget, this is what he did, all right? Just bear with me. Let me just mute that system so that I can pay attention to you on the platform. And by the way, I'm happy that you're here. Thank you so much for being here with us. We have record numbers over on our YouTube channel. I don't know who is watching over there, but our YouTube channel have just gone off the chart with viewers. Okay, and we really appreciate that. And to our Facebook, there's an ad going on Facebook now. Thank you. Okay, we're back now. Good. So I'm in from that ad break on my end from Facebook. Okay, just bear with me. I have something coming through my eardrums here. I don't want to hear it. Okay, it's good. So let's go to the gazetted stuff here. So this document is an issued document, issue 27, volume 193, issue 27, Thursday, September the 12th, 2024. All right, here we go. And this is official document, friends. We're not like Buddy showing you half of a document, piece of the document, and wave it until it dazzles your cervelle and you can't understand it. Guys, here. Okay, good. Here is this. Government notice. Government notice is the Ministry of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industry, Culture, and Information. Publication of approved enterprise projects. Citizenship by investment. Let me blow it up a bit more so that you can see it. Everybody can read it now. I blow it up until it can't blow up no more. Blow it up more, yes. Yeah, man. You don't need your SNS glasses to see it. I blow it up. And I think I blow it up too much. Let me blow it back down. Where? Let me fix it. Now watch it. Here we go. Just while I blowing it back down, y'all tag a friend. Let them know that we are on. And right now, we are on the cozy business. Okay? Good. So, bear with me. I had to wet my throat. No, but I recall, we there. We ain't going nowhere. We're right here. Just that I'm trying to find the right screen with me. I lost my screen. Okay, here it is. I'm there. I'm back. Good. So let's read. Those of you, go get your glasses, your magnifying glass, because the more you see is the more you don't see. And you allow your governments to quine your cervelle, malmene your cervelle. Tonight we're showing you. We're showing you, and this will cause the citizens to be suspicious of their government in the middle of an investigations, in the middle of a passport corruption scandal. The government said to the people, well, the report is there, but the minister is not there. Then he comes and he said, well, I've not said nothing about CIP. Which one is it? Which one is it? Are you going to avoid letting us get that report because there's a court case? Is that what you're doing? I want to know. So here is what they did. They gazetted this document, and it's what? It is a document that is retroactive. In other words, the thing happened already, long time, months ago. But to cover their tail, They try to sneak it in on us and gazette it now, yes, so they can come and say, but it was gazetted. But they can't mess with the dates. You can add dates in it. But the date that the project started or the publication of approval was given for the project, citizenship by investment, you can't mess with that. But for those who don't care and drink Kool-Aid every morning and they don't care about the truth. They only care about Shastny and his skin color. But they don't care about the real truth, ain't it? Those who care about the truth and are true patriots and citizens of the country, they would read these documents as a government that is malmening the cerveau of the citizens of the country. So let's go. So the publication of approved enterprise project citizenship by investment subject Section 11.7 of the Citizenship by Investment Regulations, which states an approved enterprise project shall be published by the board in the Gazette. Here it is. So they give you the section of the laws of the citizenship laws, the citizenship of the let's read it again, or the subject, the regulation, the investment regulation, which states an approval enterprise project shall be published by the board in the Gazette. Shall be published once it's approved. Once it's approved, it must be published. My question is, if this was approved in January the 12th, why did not the government of St. Lucia follow the law? Now, this is the same government that says to us, nothing is wrong with CIP. We are following all the laws and everything is above board. But here they're indicting themselves with a document. So if these fellas was not following this law, Section 11.7 of the Citizenship by Investment Regulations, if they were not following this simple piece of regulation, you think that they were following the others? Think about it, people. No, I put them well, Esther, because I am very much aware that there are some of you who are hard of hearing. You can't hear in one ear and you're deaf in the other one. And those two situations you face with your hearing, nobody did it to you, no. You are doing it deliberate. It's intentional. When you drink Kool-Aid, it don't go through your ears. It goes through your mouth. But it seems to me that the Kool-Aid is tainted with something else. That it goes up to your head first and then it goes down. Well, I don't know, I have to say. I'm going to show you this slowly again. Ik weet samen ka di recently see. Gouvernement ka malmené cerveau zo. Yo ka jouer exo. Yo ka simi gwen exo. Exo ka point. Anyway, let's take this call, folks. Caribbean American News Media Platform. Caller, you're on the air. Bonsoir. Yes, sir. You're on the air, brother. How are you?
Moi bien. Bien pas. Bien, how do you say? Bien.
Ou bien debout.
Bien comme la musique.
Ouais.
Oui. Et puis, moi debout pour parler. Moi t'es assis. Moi debout. Bon. Pastor Garfield. St. Lucians, and the people, especially those of us who are listening this evening. I don't know about you, but I hope that with the information that is being brought to the fore, the information that is now available in the public, that people are beginning to realize that this CIP issue is not a ruse. It is not two political parties doing their usual back and forth. You know, one calling each other bobolists, one calling each other vole, one calling each other corrupt. This CIP issue in St. Lucia is an absolute mess. You just brought up the issue with the gazetting and the backdating, not following the law and now covering up. But how comes if the government is just announcing which projects it's approved to be carried out under the infrastructure program, how comes they've been selling passports for the infrastructure program as far back as probably January?
Even before anyone knew about it.
So these people who were buying passports to invest in a particular project, so they were investing in something they didn't know about.
Nope.
Now, one thing about infrastructure program, when the Minister Hilaire was asked, where is the monies for the passports that are being sold? Can you remember what he said?
It's not the people's money.
He said the money do not belong to us. It belongs to the developer. All that belongs to us is a fee which is paid to the government. And also that the developer is supposed to pay to the government, make available $100 million to carry out these projects which the government approved last week.
Brother, hold that thought for a while. Folks, I'm going to drop some news tonight on the RICO lawsuit concerning Claude Emmanuel. I'm going to drop that news as soon as Brother Jimmy gets off the air. I am going to break that news. So I'm going to ask you to share the live, tag a friend, let them know that we're going to drop something here tonight. I'm not sure how hot it is, but we're going to drop it like it's hot. Whether it's hot or cold, we're dropping it hot. All right? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So my point is, where is the $100 million that Caribbean Galaxy was supposed to pay to the government of St. Lucia upfront? Where is that $100 million?
Question.
Now, recently, there's always a reason when people avoid questions. You must ask yourself, why are they not answering simple questions? The minister with responsibility for the CIP, Minister Honorable Dr. Ernest Hilaire, or Dr. Honorable Ernest Hilaire, however you're supposed to say, when asked, how many passports did you or your government allocate to Caribbean Galaxy? He said to St. Lucians that he has to get permission from Caribbean Galaxy before he can disclose that information to the nation. Now, it's been about 2 months now, right?
Yep.
So I don't know what means of communication he is using or has used to find or to get the permission from Caribbean Galaxy. But he hasn't had the decency or the respect for the people of St. Lucia to come back with an answer, whatever that answer may be. So tonight, I'm going to say to St. Lucia to let Dr. Ernest Hilaire know that he doesn't have to come back and answer us, because we know the answer. Because there is a document going viral right now on social media that I received a copy of. And this document comes from a particular lawyer firm called Polaris. And for those who want to know who Polaris is, you can simply Google it. It's spelled Polaris. It's a law firm in St. Lucia, which is licensed to process CIP passport applications in St. Lucia. This document has approximately the names of 500 people who applied for passports between the beginning of July of this year and the end of August. So for 2 months. For 2 months only, one law firm processed almost 500 applications. And each applicant, the name of the applicant is on document.
Yeah.
And also the reference number. And the reference number contains the number of passports that have been sold.
Yeah.
And therefore, as of September the 2nd, which this document, that's the day the document was sent out from Polaris to the CIP office, 11,382 passports have been sold.
Wow. 11,000 what?
382 passport files have been processed. So if they've been processed, that means they have been sold.
So that's about 50,000.
You do not process a file.
That's about 50,000 new citizens.
Now remember, a file can be more than one passport. So when that video you played, where the Prime Minister rubbished the 52,000 passport. Oh yeah, 52,000 passports. Let's just for the sake of this discussion tonight, let's simplify it. Let's not confuse anyone. And let's say that each file contains only one passport.
Right.
So I come to buy a passport. I don't buy for my children. I don't buy for my wife or anything. I just get a passport for myself. Okay? That means in St. Lucia, my people, everybody that gets a passport processed with the law firms that process the passports, for each passport or file that they process, they get $3,000 US. That is 8,100 and a little bit of dollars per file. So if 11,382 files have been processed, you know how much money that is? That the lawyers have made in St. Lucia? A few lawyers? 92,696,670 EC dollars. $92 million St. Lucia, $696,670. But let's go back to the Polaris document that is right now in the public sphere. They processed about 500 applications in 2 months. They made $4 million in 2 months from processing our passports. $4 million. A deux mois. 2 mois tout seul. Yo fait $4 million et 1 mois. La pani oui met dans l'hôpital. Moun ni pou mener on blanquette yo. Maman pas savoué ici à l'école 2 semaines après qu'à vini. Nous en deuxième semaine depuis l'école ouverte. Et l'animal m'a j'ai toujours qui peut pas aller à l'école parce que maman yo, papa yo, pas l'argent pour acheter livre, pas l'argent pour acheter bag, pas l'argent pour acheter uniforme, pas l'argent pour bailler dictée pour l'école, pas l'argent pour payer transport. people are suffering in this country, while some privileged people who are the friends or associates or family members of some people in high places in society are milking it. Is this fair? Is this what this government promised us, that they would put the people first? Can you imagine a group of lawyers, and there are not many of them, in St. Lucia, there are lawyers who can't even pay their rent.
Mercy.
Why can't all lawyers process the passports? Why is it only a select few lawyers who can process the passports? Why is it that there are some lawyers who get preferential treatment from the company, Caribbean Galaxy? My people, if it happens in St. Kitts, it is happening in St. Lucia. Everything that Caribbean Galaxy did in St. Kitts, it came to St. Lucia to do the same thing. It found people who were already used to selling passports. People should remember Jufali and his immunity. What gave him the immunity? The diplomatic passports that he was given. He was sold by the government of St. Lucia. The Labour Party government is used to selling our passports for reasons that are questionable. So we got a bunch of people making money, and how much is the country getting? How much are you getting? Each one of you listening here tonight, combien l'argent ou ka hen from CIP? Qui bénéfice ou n'y a ça? Qui gagne ou n'y a CIP? Mais la union des moun, c'est ce qu'a vin l'âge. Boudé yo ka vin gros.
Oui, you can boudé roba.
Pour gosser ces machines sur l'auto à yoni. There is a company that brought in about $500,000 to $600,000 BMWs. C'est ça Yoka conduit à présent.
Wow.
Some of those people who are involved in that IP thing. So that only is enough to remove this government. But added to that, the crime, and the government has no answer to the crime. No answer. The high cost of living, the government has no answer. The Prime Minister keeps on telling you it's imported inflation. He's not a policeman. If he had a solution to the crime, he would not have appointed a commissioner for 6 months. St. Lucia is not a Hollywood movie. We keep on having acting commissioners of police when we have a dire situation with crime in this country. So I'm sure that there'll be a lot more information, and I want you to be able to drop your missile this evening. But what I'd like to say to our St. Lucians is, if you don't do anything, nothing will change. If you don't, things is not the bravest person in St. Lucia. I too have been the victim of victimization.
Oh boy. Wow.
But that will not deter me and should not deter you, because life is a journey. And I don't want to fall asleep, wake up one day and not said anything about what's wrong in this country. Because this country belongs to us. All of us. Not some of them in the House. Not those who threaten and try to malign people and try to besmirch their reputations. The country doesn't only belong to them. It belongs to every Tineg and Tikakawat.
Yeah. Tutmun.
Okay? And we all have a right to speak about what is not right in this country. And this now is not about red politics or yellow politics. It's about right and wrong. It's about good over evil.
Yeah.
Because it has to be evil. And so for that reason, I'm asking you, I'm actually advising Lucia to get up to Castries on the 22nd.
Yep.
Go to the boulevard. Support the opposition, because that is the only way we can bring relief to our country. Whatever P you may be, and you, those members of the United Workers' Party who made the mistake the last time, you are welcome back home.
Amen.
You're welcome back home.
Welcome
those
home.
who did not vote, those who have never voted, we have a home for you too.
Welcome home.
And those disaffected, those disenchanted, those disgruntled Labour Party supporters, we have a home for you too. In our home, we have many rooms. We have many mansions in our community that is called the United Workers' Party. We have a place for you. We want you to come together, come and hear what's happening in the country, and come and see as we mobilize to take back the helm of government from these gentlemen who are feeding their friends, feeding their families, and allowing foreigners, the Chinese, to take over our country. A while ago, you said something, you said it as a joke. I say to the party, don't worry about our white man becoming the prime minister. You shouldn't be concerned about him anymore. Because the number of passports that you guys have sold to Arabs and Chinese, our next prime minister may well be an Arab or a Chinese man.
And that's a fact. Good night, sir. Thank you so much. And folks, that was Jimmy Henry. Jimmy, what did I say? Did I say Henry? Oh my God, how did I get that wrong? Anyway, Jimmy Haynes, and so we're going to get straight into our breaking news development, folks. All right, St. Lucians, we have some information here from a reliable source. One of our sources have informed us that Mr. Claude Emmanuel, and again, this is from a source, a reliable source that's very close to this news network, and here I would share the live, Tiger Friend, and we're hearing here from reliable source that Mr. Emmanuel is claiming diplomatic immunity. This is what we are hearing through the grapevine, that he is Emmanuel of the CIP in St. Lucia. He is claiming in the RICO lawsuit diplomatic immunity, and we don't know. Honestly, I don't know how Emmanuel became a diplomat. I'm not sure why, and we heard of this diplomatic thing over and over in England and different places where people are claiming this kind of stuff. But here, the head of the CIP, we're hearing through the grapevine that he is claiming diplomatic immunity, and this is just an attempt to get out of this RICO lawsuit. And we heard earlier, remember folks, that lawyers from the government of St. Lucia were in negotiations with Mr. Philip Martinez of the MSR media studio. And so we are breaking this news now. Based on our sources, it appears that he is claiming diplomatic immunity. This is something, a space that we got to watch to see, on what grounds he is claiming this immunity, and why would you want to claim immunity in such a case like this, folks? This is not sounding clean. It is not sounding right. All right. We also have some further developments in the RICO lawsuit, and this again is from a reliable source, and it is saying that the bankers running Bank of St. Lucia and all lawyers processing Galaxy application might be added to the defendant in the RICO lawsuit. I'm going to read this again from reliable source. The bankers running Bank of St. Lucia and all lawyers processing Galaxy applications might be added as defendants in the RICO lawsuit. We are also being informed that 11,500 applications have been sent already by lawyers at the CIP office. That is about 50,000, approximately 50,000 new citizens to the country. 50,000 new citizens to the country. We also have more news coming from our contacts. Our contacts in Louisiana, I would just say from Louisiana. We're getting news here that the governor of the ECCB, the central bank, has been put on notice to investigate the money laundering associated with CIP. And I'm going to read this again. We have been informed that the governor of the ECC, or the central bank, ECCB, the central bank, has been put on notice to investigate the money laundering associated to CIP, or the alleged money laundering that is associated with the CIP unit. We are also hearing that the class action lawsuit that is being filed in the United States on behalf of citizens of St. Lucia and I believe St. Kitts and Nevis, that very soon individual citizens in the country, any citizen of St. Lucia can sign up through a website, can sign up, add their names to this lawsuit. It is a class action lawsuit, and because it is a small country and not a lot of citizens, it means that the possibility is that if this case is heard and won in the courts, and the lawyers are awarded in this class action lawsuit says le a shy mun kavina sam. For instance, you have a class action lawsuit against Touchdown or Roundup, one of those insecticides. Bagay spray the banana plantation la. Lani yon class action lawsuit against Gramaxone. Ex bagay sa mun kavina sam farmer kavina sam. Ek lani a lawyer ki ka ede yo. Ek yo ka mene bagay la a court system la. In the case of St. Lucia with the RICO lawsuit, the possibility is there, friends, that you can get a very decent amount of money out of this court case. Now, when the information is put out there, we will give you the information. We will guide you through how you can join the class action lawsuit in the country. Let's take this call and we'll be right back with our programming. Caller, you're on the Air Caribbean American News Media platform.
Good night, Brother Garfield.
Yes, sir. You're on the air.
Yes, I want to start by saying this. Success is not final, and failure is not fatal.
Mm-hmm.
It is the courage to press on that counts.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a quote by Winston Churchill.
Mm-hmm.
And what I just want to say on behalf of the United Workers' Party,
mm-hmm.
I thank people like you, Maniva Ward, Champagne, and each and every supporter of the United Workers' Party.
Yes.
Because for me, the work you are doing, it is God sent. And it's not by chance that you pick up that role in doing what you're doing, or any of the other names, or everybody that support the United Workers' Party.
Yes.
Because I believe we're on the right side of history.
Thank you.
I believe we stand for justice. We stand for unity. Together we are strong. United we fall. And I believe our constitution, like I always tell you, is at risk. And thank God for people like Alan Shastney, the people that make up the hierarchy of the United Workers' Party, that never gave up on Alan Shastney, that never gave up on the party.
Yeah.
Because I believe this election that passed was just a sign for God to show us as the solution.
The music is going to cut off our live. The background music is going to cut the live. Yes, but
One second.
Okay, good.
1 second.
Thank you.
So like I was telling you,
thank you.
I do believe that righteousness, and we are on the right side of history, like I was telling you. I believe our constitution is at risk, and what we are doing is fighting a battle to save our independence. Because we gained independence in 1979, but today it looks like we need a new independence. We need to chart a new course in our history, because 40 years by now, your name will come up. Everybody that is doing what they're doing, their name will come up to say that those guys stand for something rather than die for nothing. Because you have your whole family, everybody has their whole family, but the will of everybody to raise humanity on a level where they understand what is righteousness, they understand what is the way of Christ. That is what I wanted to say tonight. It's not much I wanted to say tonight.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Righteousness will prevail.
It
is
will.
always good over evil.
That's right.
And we will always win this battle.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yes, and he rightfully said that righteousness indeed exalts the nation. Now, the class action lawsuit, friends, it is for the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and Dominica. All right? And this is led by the MSR, the MSR media, in an attempt to get monies from the banks in China, the Middle East, and also the defraud those who were involved in these fraudulent activities. All right, so it is not U.S. banks and it's not local banks, but it is the Chinese banks and the banks in the Middle East and other banks that will be sued on behalf of the citizens of the country. And the reason for this is because of lack of action and information from the governments concerning the CIP unit, and the apparent attempt to cover up and to just hide and delay the information. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing now MSR moving forward in assisting the citizens of the country in recovering monies that is duly theirs. Let's take this call and we'll be right back. Call you on the Air Caribbean American News Media Platform.
Good evening, Brother Garfield. How are you doing?
Not bad at all. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Just a little tired, but I'm good. I'm listening to your program. Very, very good program. Very, very insightful. And the information you letting out or you giving out is very important. And that's why come Sunday, September 22nd, every right-thinking St. Lucia should find themselves down on the William Bull Camp to help the rescue mission to save St. Lucia. Brother Garfield, I'm hearing some of these survey news.
Talk to me.
That money is missing at the NEMO office. I'm hearing allegedly an individual who have had a checkered past was brought into a certain government ministry, was fired, re-engaged or re-employed at the NEMO office. Monies are missing at the NEMO office.
So it's alleged that there is money missing at the disaster office, NEMO, in St. Lucia.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So we have to do some deep investigation. And as I use the word, I'm being very careful. I use the word allegedly, but we have to look into this. And this is very worrying because, you know, we cannot afford for the corpus of the government, of our tax money to be just being squandered and there's no accountability and transparency.
Okay, so let's make some calls and see what is happening there. And
I'm appealing to every citizen, whether you support the United Workers' Party, whether you support, whether you're a true patriot of St. Lucia, the time has come when we have to put our collective heads together and rescue this country. With all the scandals and corruption, you're hearing to date, even with the Californians, have issued a payment to the point where my good friend T.C. Brown had to write a song that we're in the month of September and they cannot get their prize money. That has never happened in the history of our carnival's festivity, where Calypsonians, those who participated in the competition, they won the prize. They were supposed to be awarded prize money. As big hullabaloo was held for them at some hotel, eats whining and dining, eats and drinks at the expense of taxpayer, but that's fine. And only to be told that they were not given their prize money, and it's we in the month of September, and that tells you the state of governance in St. Lucia, that you have a Labour Party government. Calypsonians performed, they worked hard, they invested in the craft, because it's not cheap to record a song. Let me remind your listeners and viewers and you. And here it is that they're supposed to be awarded with the prize money, and they cannot get paid. And you see monies all over the place doing the most ridiculous things. And the Calypsonians who perform, those Calypsonians who were supposed to be awarded their prize money, cannot be paid, and we're in September.
Wow.
So it just tells you the state of governance in St. Lucia. It just tells you that our country, this Labour Party government, not even as even Calypsonians their prize money, this current Labour Party government can get it right. So this is another incentive or another motivation that every single St. Lucian should find themselves down on the William Peter Boulevard this coming Sunday and make a statement. Because you see this 15-2, I believe, because I followed the parliament today, and the arrogance of those Labour Party government ministers is growing by the minute. They are of the view that they have 15-2 majority in parliament, and they are a law above themselves. And they have forgotten that the power they have, the authority that they have, lies in the hands of the people. And so we have to send a strong signal on Sunday, September 22nd, and let Philip J.P. and his cabal know that we the people are in charge. So I'm encouraging every St. Lucian to turn out in your large numbers. I understood that there's going to be more information with regards to buses, whichever constituency you find yourself in, you reside in. Get to your constituency branch chairperson and find out, and get yourself on the William Peter Boulevard, and let us make a statement this coming Sunday on the Boulevard. Have a blessed evening, Brother Garfield.
Yes, no problem. Thank you so much, Ian. That was Ian there, folks. All right, so let's get back to, we're going to hold the calls now, and we're going to get back to business. So let me just give you some more information on the class action lawsuit that I spoke to you about. Here is what the possibilities are for you, the citizen, each of you. Think about it. The possibility in this lawsuit is that each citizen who signs on to this lawsuit can receive up to $100,000 Think about it. 100,000 US dollars if the lawsuit is successful. Here is this, folks. Next month, that is October, you would be able to go online and sign on to the lawsuit. Caribbean American News will be available to help you sign on. We will dedicate at least 2 days where you can call and we can help you. Those of you with no computer, no access, you don't know what to do, we will have a special work day where we will invite over. I want in those 2 days that we sign up at least 3 to 4, maybe 500 of you and your family. Sign everybody up, all right? So next month, that is October, we will be saying to you, look, the site is up. It is time to start signing yourself up. If I was SLP supporters, I would sign up too. You have nothing to lose, all right? All citizens need to sign on to this deal, all right? And so I would honestly ask you, friends, to just sign on. But let me go back quickly because I don't want to keep you long. I promised myself that I would only do an hour of show, but I have so much. I have not even touched on the programs that I wanted really to get into. But let's read the Gazette thing, and I want to make another declaration to you. I might be speculating on this one, all right? But just bear with me as I use my unsanctified mind. So let's go back to this. So, brethren, this is what the government did to you. They broke the law, the regulation. It is clear. It is clear that they acted outside of the regulations and guidelines set out to protect the CIP program. All right? I'm going to read this again for you. So, subject to Section 11(7) of the Citizenship by Investment Regulations, which states, an approved enterprise project shall be published by the board in the Gazette. Now, was it published? No. Is publishing it now? Is publishing it months after something that we should just close our eyes on and sit ourselves? At least they publish it now. No. This is what we don't want in our government. We want our governments to follow the rules. We want our government to stick to regular order. What is happening here with the CIP unit, this is not regular order. And you have a government, a prime minister who sits over this. We have a government who boasts about transparency and everything above board, sitting on this. And today we saw in the House where they have the gall to say to the Honorable Alan Chastanet, well, decency and people with decency supposed to be in the House, blah, blah, blah. How can you have decency when you're breaking the very regulations that were put in place to safeguard the patrimonies of the citizens? How can you be honorable when you had a program running from since in January the 12th was approved? Approved, folks. From the 12th of January. And now, and let me just read it. Approved enterprise, a project with a commence date. A matter of fact, it seems to me that the project was approved even before January. You understand what I'm saying, St. Lucians? Let's read this carefully and listen carefully. Let's read it. It says, the ministry approves the following 2 approved enterprise projects with a commencement date of the 12th of January. To me, it means that this agreement and green light was already issued way past January 12th. I'm just reading it, and I mean, that's what I'm seeing here. It's not saying that the project was approved on January 12th. It would have commenced. So question now. But before the question, 1, Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Limited National Infrastructure Improvement Program, and 2, the BWAX LLC Rock Hall Housing Development Project. So we have approval for 2 that the commence date is on the 12th of January. That's it. The 12th of January. Hold your horse. Bring me back. Here's a question, St. Lucians. And if you tell me something is not wrong, you're either drunk, stupid, or deliberately. Okay. Let's go over this again. My question to the government: you gazetted a program that should have started on the 12th of January. My question is, where's the project now? Anything? I'm going to ask again. How far is this project? How far is Galaxy? How far is Galaxy on the housing project? Or the infrastructure improvement project? National Infrastructure Improvement Project. And with the Rock Hall Housing Project, the BMAX, how far is that project? That should have commenced on the 12th of January. So I know I'm getting myself a little confused here because this is confusion for sure. So I'm going to ask the question again. I'm going to ask the question again, and I want you to look for yourself. It says here, and let me move the sidebar. It says the project has a commencement date of the 12th of January 2024. My question is, folks, where is the project at this time? And is this an error, a typo error with the date January 2024? Is there another January 12, 2024? Were you trying to say to us January 12, 2026 or 25? Because it says to us that you went back. Because really, it sounds like you bypassed the regulations. And so because Mr. Martinez is putting the pressure and he have you in your nose hole, he hold you in your nose like a cow and he dragging you along, that you found grace. And you're now saying, brothers and sisters, we got to go back to regular order. We got to start following these rules and protocols, and we got to start having our reports on time, and we got to start following the regulations. They have violated a number of these regulations, you know, this CIP regulations. Them fellas breaking their own rules. They are putting rules in place that they can't keep. With all the brouhaha in the house, the white man and Shasna did this and Shasna did that. I don't care what Shasna did. I'm asking you what you did, what you are doing. You are in leadership. You are in government. The people of St. Lucia have already dealt with Mr. Shasna, and now you got to account so that they can deal with you. So don't tell us Shasna. And buddy, get your breath together for God's sake. Take your time and breathe. Anger is stifling you, sir. We ain't care about no Shasna. we are asking you tonight, where is the Rock Hall housing project? How far ahead of schedule is it? It is. Seeing that you approved this, I suspect, in 2023. How far? How far? How far? How far are you guys? How far? And they felt, let me just see this to make sure that I'm not tripping, to make sure I have the right document. It says here, volume 193. Let me make sure I'm not tripping, folks. It says here, volume 193. You got to help me, folks, to tell me if I'm going crazy or not. Issue 27, Thursday, September the 12th, 2024. So if them fellas are breaking their own regulations with reporting, audits, and they're breaking their own regulations as to gazetting the agreements, what else are they not following? What are the protocols are they not following? That's a question for you folks to ask. Now, we found out that this seems to be a electricity bill from Galaxy, and they ain't paying their bills. $37,000 in electricity bill. $37,000 in electricity bill. And nobody's paying it. So if you're not paying your electricity bill, how is those projects going along in St. Lucia? Canals and the infrastructure projects, how are they going along? They going along fine? Everything is going fine? Everything is okay there? Just asking for a friend. Just asking. Now, we have a document here from the St. Lucia Electoral Department, and I read, temporary waiver of $100 fee for replacement of lost identification cards. All requirements for ID cards will be enforced by the department. A statutory declaration form to be issued by the Electoral Department to be completed by applicants, signed by a justice of the peace or a notary royal. 2 passport size photographs and 1 $5 postage stamp affixed to the form. And this is the Electoral Department, Castries and View Vote, September 16th to October the 1st, 2024, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. So, Lucians, the Electoral Department, they're gearing up, they're oiling their gears, and I say to you, Lucians, watch your tikwa. Watch your tikwa. I want you to hear a gentleman running out of breath. Okay, just bear with me. Let me get the brother. Let's go. Hold a minute.
And assets can become more vulnerable. And that's why I believe strongly that if we want every solution to have a home, we want solutions to feel proud and to be part of our economy, then what we should do is make sure that the exceptions are covered. And certainly as the...
I did not make it up. A simple, very, very simple Google search, Mr. Speaker. And that is what happens. The thing is, when it is said here, when it is said by the leader of the opposition.
Member for Mico South.
Member is misleading a house again, Mr. Speaker. We're speaking semantics, Mr. Speaker. When a country goes bankrupt, it goes to the IMF and has a restructuring program. And maybe I didn't say that in its detail, but that's exactly what took place in Grenada, which has taken place in Barbados, took place in St. Kitts. That is how countries declare bankruptcy. They go into a structural adjustment program, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, if the member wanted to say he speaks on a point of elucidation, I would probably understand. But to say I am misleading the House is to say I am speaking an untruth. It is clear that a country can...
Okay, so let me just help you all to understand what just took place there, right? Before we leave. Mr. Shastney spoke so that the layman can understand, all right? And so he said that, I think it's St. Kitts or one of those countries had gone into bankruptcy. Now, country do fall into a situation where they cannot pay their debt. And therefore, there is a declaration that is made, and so they got to restructure their finances and everything else. St. Lucia was almost there under the SLP when Kenny said, well, we couldn't borrow, something happened. We were almost there. But in a case like that where the opposition is saying, look, they had to restructure their debts, they had to go through the whole process of that bankruptcy type approach that would normally happen with a regular business person or family. And this brother's just playing games, just playing with words and just trying to excite himself over nothing really. Trying to call the man a liar and don't know what he's saying. And Mr. Shastney rightly said, but use your brain really. Countries do go through this process. You might not call it bankruptcy, but it is bankruptcy, where you get bankrupt, you don't have money to pay a bill. And that's what them fellas like to do, play with words. I give you 5,000, 1,005, and I didn't say that. They play with words and mess with your mind, and you believe that there is something so bad that was said. And all he had to do was to ask, when Mr. Shastney made his point, just ask for some clarity on what he was saying. So you start him on a point of order. Mr. Speaker, I would like the opposition to confirm or to clarify what he just said, because as far as I am aware, countries don't declare bankruptcy in the normal way that a regular business would do it. So you ask for clarity, and I'm sure Mr. Opposition would have stood up and said, yes, this is what, it is, blah, blah, blah. But the man took that to create and to besmirch the man and to treat the man like he's an idiot. Running out of breath, And that's what they do, and they run around. He's a liar, and we caught him, and we have the... No, you didn't caught nothing. Countries do get bankrupt. And there is a process when these countries cannot pay their bills, the IMF or whatever this comes in and have them to restructure, reorganize, cut people from the sector and fire people and send people there and shift this around and cut expense. And that's what you do in a bankruptcy situation. So all the blah, 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 and the noise, wasting, and spend a little time on the substantial matter. Just to attack the opposition because it's your favorite thing to do. And the young people sits there and like, well, what is this? You're running out of breath. You just going on trying to insult the man and to insult Bradley and to attack and just what?
Mwen pas sa pou Majid beti sa. Mwen pas sa pou Majid beti sa.
And it's painful, folks, to see that grown men are just wasting their time that was borrowed to them, to try to besmirch and to belittle another citizen of the country while they issue more citizenship to people who have never seen the country, don't know where to find it on a map. And they're very happy about that. But one of their own who served their country as a prime minister, and Buddy will never get there in that seat as a prime minister. There's no path to that for him, Alan Shastney served this country as a prime minister. That's an achievement, ain't it? You might as well put it in your pipe and smoke it. You can't get away from that. You can get away and mad how you want. He was the former prime minister. He was a prime minister. You didn't like it. You tried to besmirch his leadership and to stain him up as the worst fall. They don't know what he's doing. You guys know what you're doing? Backdating stuff. Breaking your own rules and come like you didn't break the rules. Is that what your leadership is? And you spend all this time and people are cheering him on like it's something nice, something that, something brilliant. They ain't brilliant. There ain't nothing brilliant about it. It's a horse of stupidness. Keeping up, bringing up your blood pressure, acting like you're losing your mind and losing your breath. What? For what? For something that you could have clarified and asked the man, what did you mean by that? That's the normal approach. Mr. Speaker, on a point of order, Mr. Shasta said this. Please explain a little more for us, sir. But you sit there texting each other. Yeah, we get him there. Tell him that he get him like little children with toys in the house. And no wonder nothing is being done. Nobody knows nothing that's happening in the country. Crime is a mess. They're sitting up texting each other, talking foolishness. Anyway, let's listen.
How you open your mouth in parliament for the world to hear that a country is filing for bankruptcy or has filed for bankruptcy. It is simply not true.
Listen.
It is not true.
Listen.
And a Creole look at this halfway.
Now, folks, in Creole, what do we say to this minister for lying to the citizens of the country about the Fresh Start contract housing project? What do you call Mr. Vomit Eater? I'm sure that it would border on so hot hypocrisy, short memory, kuyotui, donkeyism, I mean, these are a lot of nice words that I can use, But my point is, friends, what do you call a man who told you that there was no approved plan for Fresh Start, but then go back and say, Fresh Start, you're good, and pay them more money? What do you say to that person who is right here, you know, condemning another man, casting the first stone all the time, casting stone, can't wear wash? May Mati lied to the citizens. Told them no contract, there was no signed agreement, no signed plans, approved plans, none. But here's Mr. Holy. Here is Mr. Holy casting stones at a decent man because of a play of words. Not a lie, you know. It wasn't a lie. They went into financial trouble and had to restructure. Barbados had to restructure. That's what you do when you're in bankruptcy. Yes, countries don't declare that type of bankruptcy. But don't tell me that I can't call it bankruptcy. You can't tell me I can't say that's bankruptcy. You're bankrupt. You don't have money to pay a bill. Go ahead.
He said he was in conversation with the member for Vieux Fort South about Haiti. You know, about Haiti. I am just wondering if it's that very Haiti he stood on a political platform and said that Haitians are not proud to be from Haiti. I
Calling
want
on
to
the
know if
Caribbean
it's that
American
same
News
Haiti.
Media platform.
And I also want to inform him.
Buddy,
today.
Buddy? Okay, good. Calling you on the air, Caribbean American News Media. Oh, something happened there. The call failed. Okay, let's finish with Buddy.
Coach. Who was a coach? A Haitian. A Haitian was a coach.
Calling you on the air, Caribbean American News Media platform.
Good evening, Governor.
Yes, sir. Welcome, my friend.
How are you?
Not bad at all, you know. Thank God.
Boy, I'm sitting down here in my recliner listening to you, and I'm going back in time. Do you remember a fellow called Dr. Batch?
Yes. Yes.
You remember years ago, I don't know how many people remember that story, that episode with passports and St. Lucia. It looks like we have another series, another TV series. Long ago there was Peyton Place, and now there's another world. So long ago there was a very interesting period of time when St. Lucia passports were in the news, and again it's in the news again. You must give for those who don't know that story, research a little bit and let people know what went on during that time with St. Lucia passports, and now it has rehacked itself again. But I'm just looking back at times. Apart from that, it's interesting, to hear the kind of different sides. There's so many different sides to this passport. I thought today you went to Luca. I heard you on a program. I say you didn't even let me know you come to our shows.
Oh, you thought I was in St. Lucia?
I thought you were in St. Lucia.
No, I am supposed to. I'm scheduled to be there for the 22nd, but I am still trying to figure out how to get there.
Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to remember that wanted to remind you of that passport situation we have. It's so unfortunate, it's so sad when I sit down and listen to the solution that I love, that I take sacrifice to be here and see how it's going down to the dogs.
Yeah.
It's really, really a sad story.
Yeah.
I listened today to Timothy and Rick Wayne. Rick Wayne did a very valuable contribution about the white man and the prejudices here You know, Garfield, my grandmother was a white woman.
Same here.
And, you know, when I hear sad stories about white people this, white people that, and who calling, it's like the kettle calling the pot black. That's the sad part.
Yep.
You know, we live in a world where we have to depend on everybody. I've lived long enough to know the Syrians coming to St. Lucia, selling clothing in a little suitcase, walking from Castries to Port. I've seen the Indians come here. I've known the myself going to cold countries, walking in the vacuum cleaner in 40 degrees below zero, trying to educate myself in a cold country in Montreal. I have my children who are studying in my country, and I hear this thing about product of Canada, product of this, product of that, and it has you know, and again, you know what's sad about this is so-called educated people that are talking this gibberish, this nonsense, you know. When we know we have people living all over the world. I think if you go into Afghanistan or in Timbuktu, you'll find a solution there.
Yep.
You know?
True.
And we talking about this and talking about that. It's really sad.
Yeah.
You know, I met a gentleman today, and he said, "Why don't you come back on the air and talk?" Because they like to listen to me. I said, "You know, I am so fed up, Garfield, of the nonsense that I'm hearing. I'm tired. My brain can't. Honestly, because I cannot believe solutions are so gullible to listen to the nonsense that we're hearing. You know, the question about, you know, you selling a passport, somebody's selling a passport that belongs to St. Lucia and the money is theirs.
Yep, that's what the man said. He said it's not.
You know, something baffled me. So, you know, maybe I was born too early or too late.
I don't know. Me
Something
too.
wrong. Something wrong.
Yeah.
So, Garfield, I won't take up too much of your time. I just wanted, I was sitting here watching you with your smiles on your face. And I said, let me call you and say hello.
Thank you so much. Sir. Yeah, thank you so much. That was Mr. Ellis there. You know, yes. He's watching me and he's seeing my smile. But folks, I am very, you know, it's these are difficult moments, and I believe that we got to bring back normalcy to leadership in the country. And what I would want those new breed of politicians on the United Workers' Party side, they're young, some of them are inexperienced. But let me say this. You guys got to learn from what we're doing here. Learn from these fellas. You got to watch what they're doing and don't do it. You got to show some respect even when you are in disagreement to other ministers who are not on your side. You want to have some decency even when you are emotional and you feel that you need to speak up a certain way. Have some self-control. Any man who lacks self-control is a very dangerous person. Anyone who lacks control should never be in leadership, whether it's in the church, in your school, on your local town board, in your government, in the police force. Once you are lacking self-control, you are a time bomb. Watch these sit-ins. You new politicians who are coming up, those of you who will be presented to the people officially on Sunday, you look at them and see what you should not become. Because if you should become like them, we will deal with you. Because you should know better. You should learn from what them fellas are doing. And if you ain't learn a thing, the same speed you came in is the same speed you're going out. Respect the people. Champion free speech and freedom of association. You be a champion for that. Clean up our hospitals. Clean up the mental health facility. Clean up bodily. Clean up our community. Do what you are elected to do with pride, with decency, and with respect for all, even those who did not vote for you. You can give them little jabs. It is okay to give them little jabs. But don't beat them up and cuss them off and insult them. Give them little jabs. Y'all didn't vote for me, I gotta fix y'all. Tell them things, man. Tell them things. But don't come and be constantly bombarding them with this kind of thing. Anger has taken over the house, and it's a playground. No work, nothing is being done. They are more confused. They come with a bill, they spend more time amending the bill and fixing the bill in the house. When they have a professional man, Mr. Kenny Anthony, who could have sat with them and helped them to draft this thing better and fix it, they spend more time coming in the house to amend and to fix and to with their confusion with their words and wording and terminology, and they spend all their time trying to fix in the house when they should have come to the house and need little fixing if they spend some time not on Shastney and he white and all the nastiness they're doing. Spend time on the people's work. They're paying you. They're paying you, therefore you got to give them work. You got to produce. All you producing is cussing off in the house. You have all them lawyers on your side. Who's the lawyers in the house? You have Buddy. You have Buddy. Who's a lawyer? Kenny Anthony, a lawyer. This one, a lawyer. That one, a lawyer. And you're still coming to the house doing magie with yourself. And you're still coming and having Kenny Anthony to rebuke you publicly ever so often. You're still coming and have the speaker himself. We ain't forget that, I hope he paid already. Speaker himself doing magie with himself in the past. He learned. You hear? He ain't following you all anymore. He's more loyal than Richard than any one of you in there. The speaker now. Yeah, he's more loyal than anyone there. He's very nice and calm. And he put on a little weight and stuff like that. Good for you, speaker. We prayed for you. But them fellas, the rest ain't learning a thing. Anyway, folks, we got to go. How warns the politicians, the new ones? You let them spoil you. We will beat you with the same baton. Même baton qui bat chien blanc. C'est même baton qui caille bat. That's right. Lot chien. Ma crée mon chien. But the same beating they got. Okay, and you think it's a joy of roses and it's luxury and it is just eating caviar and drinking wine and eating cheese and it's all travel overseas and it's all a bed of roses? No, it's about service. And let me tell you something. I'll tell you. It will be the turn of your life if you're elected. Stay humble. Go in humble. Maintain your humbleness. The people will reward you. But do foolishness. Go and let camera and light get you baz OD and you start trampling and passing people with your vehicles closed down and they can't see you in your community. Go, I fair mash your cow. Ali.
Content on this platform may not align with the views of a certain party or organization. It's important to note that
usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out.
I usher myself out, sir. There ain't nobody ushering me out. My mom wise me out. Anyway, folks, you have a beautiful night and God bless you. See you all tomorrow. You see it? I can't take. This guy he can't stop talking, you know.
This guy.
Who put him up?
Falling. I heard this. This shot fella.
You see what I saying? Remember, Raila?
A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people and tell. I mean, a big story. I mean, a big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked elderly people.
Mwen pas ap wèm Maji beti sa.
A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story.
Mwen pas ap wèm Maji beti sa.
Elderly people and
Take his microphone.
A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre attacked
Just a minute.
elderly people.
Take his microphone.
56,000 passports, and you multiply it by how much? You multiply it by?
Take his microphone.
And say $2.1 billion.
No.
Come on. Anyhow, Mr. Speaker, I promise.
Usher him out.
On this thing, my position remains clear. There's a matter in court. Let the court decide.
Usher him out.
My position remains clear. And you can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can cause anybody to write whatever you want. My position remains clear.
Take his microphone.
There is a court matter. Let the court decide on the matter.
Usher him out.
So, Mr. Speaker, not 56,000 passports.
Mwen pas ap wèm Maji beti sa.
By 102.1 billion dollars. Come on. Anyhow, Mr. Speaker, I promise.
Him out. Take his microphone.
On this thing,
and
my
usher him
position
out.
remains clear. A big story. A big story. I must apologize to elderly people. A big story. Philip J. Pierre